you have a goal scorer and a match winner.
Yeah, that's the thing. From Porto for 37.5 million. Colossus at the back, who we asked to run the rule over his.
Other than well, even Tottenham last week, they still got done on the break.
How else does he find those spaces?
Well, I think this is what's going to be key here. Maybe.
Remember back to the Liverpool game at Stamford Bridge. Maybe for Chelsea, one or two players leaving, especially talking about Rudiger. I think the odds are just about right, but it's going to be as tight as it was at the Carabao Cup. I think it's.
And so the focus turns to the players' tunnel. We've
watched the game at the highest level, played the game at a high level, and thought about these.
Beneath the arch, the Premier League Association, His Royal Highness Prince William, the Duke of Cambridge. As the Wanderers beat the Royal Engineers by 1-0, and representatives of
Alonso and James are so important for Chelsea in the way they play, forcing Liverpool to defend in what Bino has brought to this team when the fullbacks get forward. But it's
the toss of the coin, ownership after so many years of Roman. So Chelsea against Liverpool for the 4th time this season. Pitch time, hurtling past a startled Shaka Hislop.
Final. They're not in great form, only 2 wins in the last 6, yet Lukaku.
To Diaz. It's a matter of inches away as the ball looped off an outstretched boot in the direction.
To be the difference.
Diaz. Oh, just behind Salah by a yard or so. Salah. Salah with an indeterminate attempt to. Shalabar just 22 years of age, the man who plays. To Keita. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold. Diaz, and Diaz in here. Mendy made the save. Clearance was desperate, and Keita with a wild follow-up. James. Lukaku, that seemed to clip his arm, and then Pulisic with the follow-up as Liverpool looked at it for a moment. It's Alonso. Henderson. And it's Mane, and it's Mendy. And Chelsea looked so utterly fragile. Unnecessary, but expected. And Liverpool continue to pour forward. Here's Mason Mount. And Pulisic! Well, he knows what it... League games. We've gone 14 matches under that. And Pulisic has played him in, and Marcus Alonso.
You can find yourself some real space. Great position there from Pulisic to drive it right through the middle. Wait for the commit.
Right piece of equipment for the situation. Hero of the Carabao Cup final.
To cover up, but now big concerns here for Liverpool as Salah's down.
In Paris against Real Madrid in the Champions League final. Not for the first time we see Mohamed Salah, someone who's tallied 21. Here's Pulisic, and a chance for Pulisic. And it was intercepted. Behind City, 2 games to play and an inferior goal difference.
And John Champion.
Welcome back to Wembley in Chelsea blue. Across one half of this 141st FA Cup final. Opened in 2007. Pulisic wasn't and keeps it alive. And Marcus Alonso
had a very good first half. Should he have done better with the opportunity?
A fairly strange goal.
Yeah, but how about the understanding?
It's beyond.
And it's a little mind-boggling that this game.
And Marcus Marcos Alonso with this free kick.
Listen, whipped into that back post, just up over the reach. On staff, the more quality of chances, and now in the second half, they've
Stage against Real Madrid, runners up in the League Cup to Liverpool. Reece James, Alexander-Arnold, and the chance
over recent time for Liverpool, but it's that little, again, what a ball that is from Alexander-Arnold, whipped with
Cup and the FA Cup, and the UEFA Cup for that matter. Here's
who does a real good job of running right through the middle. It's wide of Mendy, but at halftime, of just saying it's almost as if
not his best delivery.
Wonderful job of growing into this game.
In by Alonso. Jorginho. James.
Pulisic and Mason Mount combining. We now see Reece James getting involved.
Half that game with 10 men. After this man, Reece James. Canate was tugged back. Here's Naby Keita. And Josh.
Back. But you're backpedaling with
typical impudence. Robertson with typical accuracy.
Instead, it takes one touch to prepare and then whip a dangerous ball in.
It's Henderson and Mendy. Thiago. Throw in is the cue for the change, as advertised. Cross went James.
Oh, how often do we watch
Pulisic, just as Mason Mount to take. Alisson to claim. Mane, Luis Diaz
from Jota, and then Mane plays it into the great opportunities to get the first.
Milner, a lovely ball. Diaz once again. Jota on Thiago Silva. He's done well to hold him up, and Diaz.
Of players, but two players that came in January and immediately had an.
That deserves a lot of respect.
7 o'clock in the evening, local time.
Just the possibilities there. Alexander-Arnold on Ziyech. Was it outside the penalty area?
Tally of 8 which they required in the club's history. Let's get back to Wembley, shall we?
It's at the tail end of seasons, so Chelsea are going to go first. It's in their favour. It is Alonso who has scored, followed by James Milner. Slightly nervy, a few extra deep breaths as Piliquet.
Ice hit with pace, bending away from the post.
So masterful his technique. It's another short run, but he has a wise old head on those shoulders today. Sent on in the last minute, and that was pressure attached to this one. A man who knows penalty heartbreak, and there's another
up against a penalty taker and a goalkeeper. Two teams.
Chelsea reprieve for now, and off a fairly lengthy run.